Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Welcome to the Informed Attitude series of Cordial and Candor. Don't be gullible, but this is my point of view. I try not to use tawdry words. There's enough smoke in the atmosphere, so to speak. Calling something bestial is unbecoming. We don't like those kinds of things to happen. Back in the day when they were making light of Weasler, uh, the comic book Donald Duck, notice the two beams there. See, the idea of two virgins begins with the idea that fascism is about protecting women. It's a KKK notion. But the Taliban like that idea too. That way, that when they enslave women, they can say it's for their own protection. And, when they do terrible things to little boys for their peep, they can call it scientific observation. It would be better if terroristic enterprises were not normal. It would be better if people asked the obvious questions like, what's Oswald doing with John Wayne in this picture? Lee Harvey Oswald. We get the good news that we've been adopted by a fairer father, a better father. We've been adopted. And although it's hard at first, you'll get over it when you realize that true love is involved. Now, who's this fairer father? We learn about him from Franklin Graham's Rebel with a Cause, where a man calling himself Adolf because he was proficient in his duties, executed the innocent people who the conscience went after. He's a chaplain now. He's a chaplain. By Billy Graham himself, no doubt, will be forgiven. Hitler is certainly not stronger than Jesus. And he changes his name to Lazarus. Why, behold, and tears fill their eyes because he's back from the dead. Well, there's some question as to whether the ringleader of this ever died, because the truth is that it looks like Hollywood pulled a fast one that they planned for a long, long time. And they sent the script that everybody wants to cash in on with Ringo's name hidden up there in it. Only two people would know, and you would be one of them. And to them, it doesn't even matter that I didn't have the slightest idea. But now I am one of them. Notice it would be like starting over from a 50s black and white film about Ayn Rand. She specialized in the disappearance of what she called prime movers. Boy, are they more important than you and me. So when we get down into the nitty gritty of details of how I was kidnapped, tortured, and gassed in a place called King's Estate across the street from Jennifer Rubin's house, we can say, oh, matters like these are simply a matter of opinion. And one of the respectable opinions in Seattle, Washington, was that neurotrauma was evidence of genetic schizophrenia. Isn't that a respectable opinion? You can ask anybody at UW. That's a respectable opinion. So when you see a meme like this, you think back on all those times when you laughed at somebody because they made whoopee. And you remember now that the good Lord watches over all that you do. and the whole school knows that you've been hammered into a shed for Neva Corporation. And only two people would know. Maybe those two people were Biden and Trumpington. All I asked was, who are these two people who knew? Flip keeps saying one of them was me and laughing real hard the way that they represented the situation. Laughing real hard at the way they misrepresented the situation and then misrepresented the situation. Represented and misrepresented. So are you misrepresentative Midori Goto, or are you Mrs. Representative of the House of King Edward, overlooking mankind? House of King Edward overlooking mankind plugged their ears at that Hiroshima, for which America gotta pay and pay. America gotta pay and pay. I hustle here and I was out there in front for a while, then bang, I was flat on my can. Now you're gonna remember this day for an awfully long time, said Reagan in storm warning. Well, I was out there in front for a while, then bang, I was flat on my can. Now you're going to remember this day for an awfully long time. So when you see mysterious activities, you're told to mind your manners because you have been adopted by King Edward's higher authority, and you should be happy because guess who's looking over you at the Friends Meeting House? Your true bosom buddies. With a little help from your friends, you will get by. Notice the naval barracks in California? See, with a little help from your friends, you will get by. They reroute the motorcade, but you will get by. The Hiroshima bomb, but you will get by. What have we here? Oh my goodness. A page. A page. We don't say page casually. No, we know what page means. It's a whole page. Every Contra had a nickname, so if he were ever caught by the Sandinistas, the names wouldn't be disclosed. One of the chaplain corps was called Hitler. Apparently, etc., etc. He was one of the nice young chaplains. One day he said to Reuben, like Johnny Reuben, like Jack Reuben. Oh, he said to Reuben, my name's no longer Hitler. I'm Lazarus because I'm back from the dead. And everyone applauded. Hitler's back from the dead. Everybody clap for Hitler. He's back from the dead. No, sick of Nabucco and her stupid code of what girls should do and boys should do. What's that? No, this is a woman of charitable rescue of women. The one who smashes women in the head to get them to behave better. Gives them bad headaches so they behave. What's behave mean? Well, behave is a special word from UW Dialectical. We'll have to discuss what behave means by and by. And you know who the tempestuous heroes of the story are. I don't think I need to tell you who's locked up in the skull penis Gabriel. I don't think I have to tell you. But if I do, here's a reminder. Victory and revenge planning. You know how much you could get for the picture? You know how much you could get for the picture of Kennedy having his head blown off? That's an Odessa file. Yes, indeed. That's a special picture. One for nostalgia, one to collect, one to sell to none other than Trumpington. And who should be on the name on the screen, but Oswald changing into no, Ronald, not Reagan. Don't say Reagan, Ronald. Who comes to mind when you see the name Ronald Needle Priest? Don't say Reagan. No, that's imaginary. That's imaginary. You got a double fantasy going on because you're with, guess who you're with? You're going down there. And Lazarus is going up there. So you don't want to go up. No, no, no. You do not want to go up because Lazarus, and don't want to go down. You want to be with Hitler. He's back from the dead. He's with Lazarus. You know, so it's all good. It's all good what? It's all good money? Is that what you're saying? It's all good money? I'm just curious, you know. I know it's not. There's a time and place for curiosity. There's a time and place for rocking the boat. But when you want to rock the boat, you should have the franchise that has adopted you in mind. Don't 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 play games with Peter Gabriel because there's still some Kennedys and you don't want them to have to pay and pay. You know, so just remember, don't be gullible. And remember, when you listen to Cordial and Candor, that's not how it is. You're not through the looking glass. No.